Hi, this is Victor. Welcome to channel Vic 5 in Season 5. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own inserts for the innovative journals, specifically the refillable ones. Yes, so let me show you. Okay, so I have a lot of these journals. You can see them here. This is actually a kit that I'm still working on. And there's a lot of them right there. They all have these beads because you can, of course, refill them. See, as you can see, there's two of them, right there. Anyway, so what I want to do is be able to use one of these journals for my work. Of course, the type of paper that it comes with, which is these journals over here, or I'm sorry, these refills, are really kind of nice. I mean, they've got the parchment paper, you know, as you can see, but it doesn't really work for everyday writing compared to, say, a notebook and notebook paper like this. So what I want to do is create my own refills for this that I can fit into this. As you can see, it's that type. So what I've done is done a mock-up, and it's kind of worked out really well. As you can see, there it is. I've used embroidery thread. So, what I'm going to do is show you how I made this refill. Okay, so it's actually quite simple, so let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to use paper from this notebook, very generic notebook. So I'm going to just set up my camera here, hang on, so you guys can see how everything is going, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to use 10 sheets. So I'm just going to take 1, 2, 3, and then another 1, 2, 3. Now these refills are 3.5 by 5 inches tall. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. And one more. So if I have 10 sheets, okay, so there's that. I'll put that away over here. And this, I'll just put over there for the moment. Okay, so here we have our 10 sheets. Okay, so of course what I need to do is trim these down to the 3.5 by 5. Okay, so yeah, so as it happens, hold on, the first thing I'm going to do is trim down the width, and as it happens, I'm just going to trim off a ruler size like this. So it's going to work out really well for the most part. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay. So basically I'm just going to go like that. And keep doing that. And keep doing that too. There. Okay. So that's the first part. Alright. So this one, I'll just recycle this. Okay, put that over there. Okay. So the next part is actually going to be trimming off right over here as it happens. I've kind of pre-measured it and turned it out that it just works that well, that easy. So I'm just going to do it like that. You can guys see it, okay? So just keep, like I said, it's only 10 sheets, so it actually works pretty fast. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and the last one, of course, is just in half. So what I'm going to do is just fold this in half so I can get my mark. Alright, so there it is. And there's the mark right there. So I'm just going to, I think that's it. Yep. Okay. So from these 10 sheets, I now have 20 sheets. Okay, so I don't need the ruler anymore. I'm all done with this ruler. So I'll put that over there. Okay, so now I have 10 and 10. So now I've got 20. And I think on the outside, yeah. Okay, so now I've got 20 sheets. 20 sheets. So when I fold it in half, it makes 40 sheets. 40 sheets is going to be 80 pages. And just turn this off. Okay. And so basically there's the booklet. Alright. I kind of want to trim this bit off, so I'm just going to trim this off a bit. There. Just so that there. Okay. All right. Actually, so I think what I'm going to do is that'll be the top. So of course I have the center one here. So I'm going to just mark the holes. So right there, and I'm just going to use one of my pens. Here we go. And actually make a line. It's going to be, let's see here, let's make that a little bit tighter. Okay, so we're going to just do a dot here, a dot there, kind of like, I think I have, let me just count the number of ones I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically did every 2. Okay, so we're just going to do it there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. Okay, so there we have this. All right. So put this back again. All right. Let me adjust the camera here. Hang on. Okay, so now that I've trimmed the paper, I'm going to have to make the holes. Okay, so I'm going to go downstairs, and what I'm actually going to do is drill holes into the paper. Now normally you probably want to be careful with drilling using paper on a drill. However, in this case, what I'm going to do is use a really tiny drill bit. In fact, I think it's like 1/16. And so, turn this on. Yeah, 1/16. So that should work really well. Actually, it did work really well. It actually was just the size of the needle. Okay, so I'm just going to set this up over here. So what we have here is the drill. As you can see, it's a very tiny, it's the smallest drill bit I have. So what I'm going to do is set it up on here. And so I'm just going to set it up so you guys can see it being done. There you go. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of fold it. And there are the lines right here. So basically I have it in place. Let me just do it like that. Okay, and I'm just going to drill in a little bit in each one. It works pretty easy. It's not actually tearing at the paper. Wash your fingers. Okay, so there it is. Let's just dump this in here. And we should see, oh, this one didn't quite go through. And do we have this one here? All right, this one. Okay. So okay, so now we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's good for there. Okay, so let me just adjust that again. Okay. All right, so now we have the holes put in, so all we have to do is now kind of do simple binding using embroidery thread. Okay, so and that's pretty well the easy part of this whole thing. Anyway, okay. All right, so here we are back in the library. Okay, so I'm going to set up the camera over here so I can show you how I thread it. And okay, there we go. All right, so because I actually ordered from Innovative Journal this kit, it came with thread, which I haven't done yet, and a needle. As you can see, it's got a blunt end and a big eye for threading. So this is just standard embroidery thread, and so there I have it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just kind of thread this. So what I'm going to do is, I think, yep, this is going to be the bottom part. So basically I'm just going to go in here. I just need to, I think, align it a bit. So hold on here. Ah, there we go. So basically I'm just going to do this like this roughly. And then I'm going to go through here like that. And just, it feeds really easy through, as you can see. And then of course right there, going in there, coming out there, in there, out there. Actually, I was surprised how easy it actually worked. The it is almost like it's a perfect size, the 1/16 for this needle. And then lastly in here. Okay. So then I'm just going to rethread it in. And then over here. And even going through the holes a second time doesn't seem to be a lot of an effort. It just goes in pretty easy. This needle works great, this blunt needle. And we're going to go over here. And then over here. And over here. Right there. And over here again. And then what I'm going to do, just to tie it off, I'm going to tie it not at the total end, but I'm going to just tie it over here. So I'm going to just put this in through a third time. And there we have it. So then I'm just going to tie it. you can kind of see on this side. There. And just snip that. And that's good. And there we have an insert. Doesn't have to be perfect because it is for work, and eventually when I write on it, the notes will just be recycled. And I'll just cut the thread off. So anyway, so now we have, sorry. Let's just put this over here. So now we have this one, which, whoops, compared to there, is kind of like the same size. See that? If you go here, there it is. And now I'm just going to put it in this unit here. Okay, so hold on. Alright, so these things again are actually pretty easy to put an insert in. You just kind of like go to the middle of this one right there. Just kind of pull on it. See, now it's loose, and you can see it's a little bit shorter there. Take that one out. Then put this one in. And kind of like tighten it here. So you just kind of like pull on it. And as you can see, it pulls on it. And for the most part, it's done. There we go. I think it's still there. And then this one is still like that. So there you have it. So now I've got okay, let's just pan out a bit. Okay. So there we have the normal notebook with just normal notes that I can just write with my normal pen. And I've got a total of 160 pages. So for work, that will work pretty well, and I can just easily make more inserts. And in fact, you can always use the same method to do for this size. This is the Cahir size, which is the moleskin size. Yeah, but same concept. It's as you can see, it's slightly taller. So width-wise, I think it's actually the same. See? So yeah. Okay, so let's just put that back in here. There we go. So yes, there we have it. Okay, so all right, so there you have it. An easy way to make inserts for your refillable innovative journals. All you need is paper, a drill with a very tiny drill bit. You can also punch it out too. If you don't have a drill, you can probably use a punch of some sort. I'm sure there's paper punches out there. Again, if you use a drill, be very careful with the drill. You don't want too much paper. You don't want the drill to snag the paper and then just tear it all up. This is why I'm using a very tiny bit, a drill bit, and not a lot of paper at the same time. So it just kind of is very safe. Always stay safe with power tools. Okay. In retrospect, or as an afterthought, I wanted to put a backer on the booklets or the refill inserts. So let me show you. Okay, so here is the ones I showed I was making, and as you can see, I just used some plain paper and kind of glued it in place. So it just kind of like makes it a nice backer. Well, there it is. So as you can see, yeah. Okay, and then I just, to glue it in, I just used the Elmer's contact cement. Okay, so so I wanted to create some more refill, so I went to Michael's and bought more embroidery thread. So this thread is now like a sage green, and then this is like a light green, or like brown, sorry. And then I bought additional needles. They have the blunt end here, as you can see. And these are tapestry needles with the big eye, which is very similar to, of course, the needle that they provided me over here. As you can see, there is this needle again, which I was using previously. Okay, so these are the two new ones that I just made. They are, of course, I used this brown shipping paper, and of course glued it. So it's now let me show you. There it is. See, there it's glued, and it's pretty easy to glue because once it's put in right there, then just have to put the glue on, stick it together, and you don't really have an alignment issue. And of course I wanted to create this for this one, which is a bit more fancy. It's got the pocket in the back, and of course the pocket as well here. So this was an individual one. Okay, so I'm going to put these two in there, and that'll be for my personal use, where this one is going to be for work use. And of course the brown embroidery thread looks really good, and I just added an extra hole, so it's now about, I think, 9 holes in total, you know. So there you go. All right, so yeah, once you start making the refills, the process gets a little easier. I made 2 at a time, and they start to look better. And now, of course, you don't have to use shipping paper. You can also use gift wrap paper if you want to make it more decorative. So there you go. So I made a few variations of the larger refills, which is basically the same size as the moleskin. Okay, here. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. So as you can see, here are the different sizes, or the different ones that fit this version compared to this one, which is the smaller. As you can see, this is the companion size, and then this one is the next up, right? And of course, there's the refills for that. And then as you can see, I made different versions. See, this one has its own kind of built-in bookmarker, so there's that. And then this one is kind of like a brown wrapping paper, and wrapping paper on the inside, so it kind of gives it a kind of a different feel to it, as you can see right there. And then of course this one again uses a wrapping paper here, and then of course plain on the inside, right there. See right there. Okay, and so of course this fits this one here. So as you can see, I'm just going to slide this there. So as you can see, there you have it. Okay, so yeah, so these refills will fit this one, and of course this is the other one. There you go. Okay, so the nice thing again with being able to make your own refills, you don't have to worry about running out. Okay. Yeah. Okay, oh, and again, just a reminder, when you're using power tools, follow safety procedures, use gloves whenever you can, and always keep it safe. Okay, so thank you for watching, have a great day, and see you in my next episode, and please subscribe. Alright, bye-bye.